Hello everyone, this is Azanar coming back to you with another episode of Knights of Honor. Let's form the Almohads. In the last episode we began the game, started building out the economy in our main provinces here, and we finally ventured into French territory with our armies. The pesky Leonese actually did some damage to them before we could take on an army we wanted to, so we've settled into raiding the province of Languedoc. France did offer us a really good deal in peace. A royal wedding, some money, and vassalage. However, seeing how many enemies France is at war with, and look at that. Leon has taken another province. I do not trust France to remain stable long enough for it to actually be worth our while.
Yes, my lord.
Therefore, we're simply going to get in here and do what damage we can to this enemy before they're gone. Interesting. I just had an interesting thought. Leon seems to be taking land quite rapidly in France. No matter, we don't have any agreements with Leon, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're also focusing on getting this kingdom power up. Now that we're raiding enemy territory, and we actually have a bit of kingdom power, it's not going to be a big problem. If you go to our wealth, our kingdom power is good. One thing you can see, we're religion. The religion of Islam gives no bonus to money whatsoever. It's in net 0. And that's the difference between the religions. Catholicism gives you a 30% tithe. Orthodox, I believe it was 10 in my Roman Restoration campaign. I believe it's 10. Islam is 0. Pagan, if you're the Golden Horde or one of the other pagan powers, actually gives you a minus 30% to income. It's one of the things that makes the Golden Horde quite difficult. And most will assume or recommend that you would move out of that religion as quickly as you can. At some point, I really want to do a full world conquest as the Golden Horde without changing my religion whatsoever. Something very difficult to do. But I very much would, and as far as I'm concerned, I think it's probably the hardest thing to do in the game. There may be a few more campaigns more difficult. I'm sure there may be a pagan one province minor. But that may verge more on the realm of impossible. The Golden Horde actually starts off as a very sizable nation, and at some point, well, no, I might as well explain it now. Sizable nations can actually be very difficult to play. Nations like Cordoba, for example, or Byzantium or Germany can be very difficult to play if you start with a lot of enemies. If you don't, like us, we only started with one enemy, it makes it actually fairly easy because we can focus in on a single enemy. But if you start with multiple enemies, your best bet actually, starting as a large nation, at times, is to completely abandon certain parts of your empire.
We have built a new building.
Now, our armies have gone to a battle here with King Hugo Capet of France. He's bringing a small army to just try to do whatever he can to stem the bleeding. However, it does not seem to be going very well.
I am ready to learn.
Yeah, very wise decision by him to retreat. He soundly defeated his troops. Before these guys jump into battle raiding here, I'm going to take those points of leadership. Now, in my Roman Restoration campaign, I have my other ability selected as Stamina. I think I'm going to, or Endurance or something like that. I think I might take something else in this one and see what it does. Things are already changing around us. However, our main rivals for later in the campaign, when we go to get this achievement, they're actually Well, I was about to say fairly similar. Zirid has actually lost a war and is now vassalized to the Fatimids. Oh, the French are moving some more troops against us here. We'll have to keep an eye on that. If necessary, we will simply retreat one of our armies out of these plunder missions and combine them with each other. Gonna go into our provinces here and look at continuing to build some of the small buildings. I basically want to, as quickly as possible, build everything but those mosques. Oh, Serbia's here. Well, that is another achievement which I will personally show at some point. Being that we didn't really get to see the game do it. I will show it at some point myself.
What is your command?
Yeah, see, Thomas here is making a mistake. I don't think Count Thomas can defeat even one of our armies, let alone both of them. Once this army here under Asim jumps out of battle, I will simply redirect him here. And with both of our armies together, yeah, see, we're winning this battle even before the other army comes in, and his army has no morale. This is going to be an easy win for us. Next Kingdom Power is 39. It's not actually that bad. Should be able to get to 39 pretty quick. Now the Byzantines and the Fatimids are already both expanding,
My knowledge has increased.
giving us more money.
Yes, I will.
What is your
crush these
command? For
peasants.
valor. Attack. I am more skilled now.
I am more.
Where are you
skilled
recruiting
now.
men? Here? If you do that, you'll have to push your
Yes,
king
Hugo.
out.
Off I go.
Oh,
Moving
Hugo
on.
actually has some troops.
Time to move.
I am moving.
Oh, the French have been doing some recruiting.
Off I go.
Well, we
I am
then,
moving. I will
instead of
go.
attacking him head on, because he could always head into the
Off I
city,
go.
we're going to play rope-a-dope. And when we collide with him, we're going to jump both of our armies in against the French. He has a full stack, but we're taking him on 2-on-1 with points and leadership and dread. Even if Thomas comes out of the city in support, this should be a very easy victory for us. Come on, boys.
Yet another glorious victory, sire.
Hugo's just going to retreat, and to be honest, that's probably his best option.
We are on our way.
I will go.
And we don't necessarily need to defeat this army, but if we're going to jump into these plunders here, these raids, we really don't want to be caught. Ooh, wait.
Marching.
Yes. Time to move.
Oh, interesting here. Thomas has a large army himself. Why is that?
Marching on.
Marching.
He should not have had enough recruits in the city to
A new
do that.
construction has been finished, sire.
As you wish. I obey.
We have built a new building, sire.
Huh. We're going to drop a bond into this battle against Thomas.
We
It
have
doesn't
built
look
a
like
new
Hugo's going to
building,
come
sire.
out. Thomas is at a big morale
Power
disadvantage
has
here.
increased.
Yeah, see, at times this game, I mean, if the game were to drop, and maybe that's the thing, maybe the game is calculated that even if it were to add Hugo into this battle, it wouldn't win, so there's no point for it to defend itself.
I plant more
We
now.
were awarded a glorious.
Oh, there we go.
I will
What
go.
We
is your
simply
command?
win that
Off I
battle,
go.
take Thomas as prisoner,
I am skilled
and,
now.
no, we're not taking a trade agreement with you, Spain. I plan on possibly conquering you, so
Talk.
I'm not gonna do that. The game's funny. They chose to tell me a joke.
My liege. Sack this
Okay, we're just gonna
village.
head in and sack these provinces, sack these farms here. Gonna want to do a check. Tax collector. Tool smithy. Yeah, mosques cost 3,000, so we're not gonna want to start those yet.
What is your wish?
Teach these infidels a
Sack
lesson.
this village.
A new construction has been
Now, if I can get my kingdom power up to full,
political view.
See, what I'm actually wondering right now, is if there's much point in me even building mosques. I don't think there is. In a short campaign like this, we don't need the extra piety, and books aren't actually we're not going to be playing long enough for books to be of use, because as soon as we form the Almohads, we're going to be done. Therefore, I'm actually not even going to bother. In Togo, I am going to build that. Not in Tangiers. How about Toledo? Again, trade goods just aren't worth going for. I'm gonna start by building some low-level units, training grounds.
What is your wish?
Now that I have 3 of those going, I think before spending any more money, I'm gonna save up for another level of kingdom power. No, I'm gonna build a tax collector in Andalusia first.
Now I feel wiser. Yes?
Ah,
Army, seaboard. Army, seaboard. Destroy this nest of scum.
Sack this village.
yeah, I'm gonna have these guys come together for this final raid here.
Political.
Now I wonder, is it worth my time to head into Anjou? I don't know.
Political view.
Yeah, my relations with Zenat are actually quite good right now. I don't know if I want to ruin those. But not with Spain and Pamplona. My relations with them are not good at all. Catalonia. They have just one province. No walls.
Political.
What are your guys' relations? Your war with Zenata. Oh, where are you now? I think on our way back we may take Catalonia. I think that could be a very, very useful thing for us to do. In order for us to really get a good army going, we are going to need to expand the amount of money we make, so I think it could be quite useful.
My liege.
A new construction has been finished, sire. Political view.
Yeah, expanding by a few more provinces I think can only be a good thing.
You are mine. Mine alone.
We're getting very close to our next point of kingdom power here.
Political.
Man, so many other things are going on in the world. Oh, York,
We have
Munster,
built
Wales.
a new building, sire.
And things are getting very exciting up there. Oh, wow, Germany really went full out. Italy, Poland, and Denmark. That's a lot of vassals. And now Germany is losing to Lotharingia,
Construction has been finished, sire.
who's declared
Yes, my
independence from
lord.
France.
Yes,
This game
my
has a
lord.
sense of
My
humor.
liege.
It really does.
Board ships.
I love the sea.
My liege. Time to disembark.
What is your
at
will? Let us
last.
We're just going to come down here. Going to take a quick look, see what's going on, and take this province if it's undefended.
Yes.
Yeah,
time
coming
to
very close to the
disembark
port,
at
guys.
I was getting seasick.
It's the best way to play this game in time. Just pick people off if they're weak. Unless they're
Kingdom
close
power has
with
increased.
Catalonia. The game doesn't really get mad at it. That's one thing that does not really exist in this game. Is any sense of
Yes.
bad
As your
boy
will.
or hyper-aggression or anything like that. Oh boy. Okay, well, Zanata here has done us a favor and told us everything we need to know. We want nothing to do with that.
Political view.
My liege.
You know what I think I will do is bring our troops home.
Yes,
One to
time
Tago.
What is your
disembark at
command?
last.
The other to Lisbon.
Land here.
Yeah.
Political view.
Nope. We are going to jump into another war immediately.
Let us
We're going to bring both of these armies to Lisbon. We're going to restock up on food. We are going after Leon. And this is going to be conquest, not raiding.
Political view.
Grabbing 2 more provinces here, and then raiding their territory in
Bad news,
France.
sire. We are at war.
Well, looks like Leon had the same idea we did, eh, boys? Oh, that's fun.
My liege.
Okay.
Political view.
Computer heard me. Overheard me. Say that. Oh well. Like I said, this is going to be a war of conquest and raiding. Castilla and Leon should be easy pickings.
My lord, enemy troops are marching through our land.
What is your command?
Oh, Lisbon again, eh?
Getting seasick.
Except it's Leonese this time instead of French. Well, we're going to fill up on units in there. We're going to make that difficult for them. It's not a full peasant army, but it's a most peasant army. If he manages to take the city before we get there, which he very well may actually do, his army will be so
The enemy
damaged
is
from it
besieging one of our towns.
that we should be able to easily take it back.
War has been declared on us, sire.
Pamplona, you too? Yeesh. Aish. Scheisse. Well, now we have had war declared on us by 2 different groups. And this is officially a pain.
Kingdom
We're going to
power
pop our
has
last
increased.
point of kingdom power.
We have built a new building, sire. Your gold, sire.
See, now is the point where I would normally go up to 4 marshals to deal with this, but I don't think I can afford that yet.
Yes. For the crown.
Therefore, I think the name of the game right now is going to be to hold off our enemies as well as we possibly can.
Sire, we have won a battle. You will not regret this. What is your command? To battle and
Back to the
victory.
castle. I'm leaving the castle.
Honor.
Attack.
Political view.
Pamplona actually has yet to do anything against us. same time, we're going to continue to build that economy. We want bakeries and markets. Markets preferably first.
What is your command?
Our armies have won yet
I
another
am
battle.
moving to battle
Yes,
and victory.
To battle and victory. I am more skilled now.
Sire, we have spotted enemy troops marching through our lands. Political view. Political view.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sign that white peace with France. Let him go away. To be honest, I hadn't actually considered we were still at war with him, so... Oh! And we followed the enemy all the way up here. We don't want to do that.
Marching on.
The battle.
Sack this village.
Destroy this nest of scum.
Instead, we're gonna jump in...
Enemy troops have crossed our borders.
Whoa!
Marching on.
I am moving.
Oh, I see, I see.
What is your command?
Gonna move back to Lisbon.
Time to move.
Milord, enemy troops are marching through our lands.
Ah, there's Pamplona. Oh, boy. Fine. Okay. There's no point in waiting now. We have to take steps to defend our country. Marshal in Granada. Arsha. Jump out. It's another Marshal in Valencia.
Yes, time to disembark.
That's what I was afraid of. That has actually fairly significantly impacted our income.
On the road again.
Not as badly as I thought it would, though, so not a huge problem. Gonna get another marketplace building here.
What is your command?
Okay, but I think that's been long enough for this episode. We're building up our defenses, strengthening ourselves against our enemies, and we will come out of this on top. This is Azanar signing off. If you like this video, give it a like. If you really enjoyed it, consider subscribing to my channel, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.